Hey everybody, Lisa Simser here. I just want to walk you through the Rubistar website a little bit. You are not required to use this website, but I can tell you for new teachers in particular, and even for old veterans like me, it's a real gift to be able to have a quick spot to work through some rubrics. So we'll be going to this website in just a minute. You're welcome to pause the presentation and type that in or click on it through our Moodle class site. But I'm going to walk you through that in just a minute. But first, I have a few tips for you about rubrics. So make sure that you only include what's most important to the objective being measured. In your rubric, you should be really clear about what it is that you want students to know about your expectations. So don't put in all the extra stuff. Just focus in on what is most important, the true learning objectives of the assignment that you're measuring. Make sure that you list the criteria in order of importance. Some students won't read through your entire rubric. Not to be so dismal about it, but it's possible that they're only going to see the first couple items. And so make sure that those first couple items are the ones worthy of their attention. My suggestion is that you use an even number of qualities, and I think I talked about these in the other presentation. But just a reminder that an even number of qualities forces you to say whether something is good enough or not good enough. If you have a middle category, so 2 out of 3, 1 is, the least successful, 3 is the most successful, 2 becomes a catch ground for everything and doesn't actually give the student a lot of feedback. So when you go with 4 or an even number of qualities, it helps you have a line that says this was good enough or not good enough. Make sure when you're using your rubrics that you give the students the rubrics up front. Oftentimes in my teaching, I will actually use the rubric as the teaching tool. So I'll have a written assignment like you're going to have for your task for this module, but I'll also just walk the students through the rubric. We'll just go point by point and say what it is that they need to do. Now, I don't teach them every level of the rubric. I don't teach them the worst that they can do. I teach them the best. What is the expectation? What is, the highest level that we're going for? And then, if you can, have your students add their own criteria. Really helpful if they can choose what they want to be evaluated on. Let's go to the Rubistar website and I'll just show you around. All right, here we are, and I have already logged in. Rubistar is a free website, and I have not ever gotten spam from them, so signing up is a really smart idea. Let me move this over just a little bit. Signing up is a really smart idea. It gets you a login and allows you to save rubrics. So you've got a repository of your own materials. In today's age with Google Docs and cloud and all that kind of stuff, it's not as essential as it once was. This has been around a while, but I have found that having a login here for Rubistar is not a bad thing. There is a tutorial here, and if you go ahead and click on it, it will walk you through how do I create a printable rubric, or how do I create one that I want to save, or how do I edit one of my saved rubrics. It will literally take you through all of the steps. So nice to know that that tutorial is there, worth your time to walk you through. I want to show you though that you can choose to look for rubrics. Let's do social skills. And I did not prep this. I didn't practice to see what was out there. So hopefully the website comes through with something. It is, oh, no. No results found. So let's not do that. Let's do, oh, no, wait a minute. It did come through with some. 1,600. Here are all of the pages that have rubrics on them. Let's just go here and see what we get. So I'm going to show you. So all of these rubrics, cumulative language skills. Okay, so not finding much helpful. Articulation if you're doing speech, art through behavior. So this one wasn't a great choice. But you can see that there are 1,600 rubrics that have something to do with the word social and skill. Let's put in instead, I just had my kids writing a historical fiction story. Let's see what we get. Again, it takes it a little bit to search. It's still working. All right, historical fiction. It found 1,900 rubrics that people have made. Now, I'm not suggesting that everything here is worthy. We don't know if it's any good. You're going to have a critical eye. But let's just see what our 4th grade nonfiction rubric looks like. And there it is, nothing. So sometimes people are just, working through the website just like you will be. But once in a while, you'll get somebody who has a really good one. This is a 5th grade character traits poster book report. Let's see if it's any good. And so you can see this teacher has spent some time in saying this is what they want. Again, I'm not saying that this is a great rubric. You'll have to work through that yourself. But I just wanted you to know that this website does have lots of rubrics already available. Okay, so you can find a rubric that way. Better yet, however, once you've searched through and looked at what other people have to offer, usually it'll generate enough ideas for you that you're like, okay, now I know what I want. And so if you decide that you're going to do some sort of, art project, maybe you're going to have the students make a collage for your assignment. And what you do is you click on that, then you name it. And it's going to ask you to have your information. Can you use it as a demonstration? I'm leaving mine as just a temporary, so it'll disappear. But this is the part I love. They already know that you're doing a collage, and so it's giving you some suggestions of different categories that you might want to include. So the quality of the construction. Oh, my phone's ringing. And it will automatically feed in for you then a whole bunch of information about quality. I would still go through here and edit, make sure that I agree with all of that, and maybe I don't. But it's a great way to get started. Maybe I want to choose time and effort. And so I'll go through and, just check, is this working for me? So great way to add. Now, you can tell I would never in a million years have this many qualities, folks. This is not a great idea. Think of how overwhelming that would be. But that's how the tool is here for you. Again, use that tutorial, work through it, and then have some fun finding and creating those rubrics. Okay, there's a few from old that I have made. So that's how it works. It's all there for you to play around with. Enjoy it and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks a lot.